Whoa, 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 whoa. We're back. We are back as hell. Backer than shit. Back as fucking fuck. Sorry. We're back on the pod, dude. We're fucking back. And let's christen it. Let's bring it in. Let's get it going. All right? Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Today, we're sucking on something special today. My mom and dad went to Whole Foods earlier. Leave a comment down below if you fix a dent in your cam and you accidentally make it with your finger. Ah, man, that's good. Cranberry sparkling water, 365 brand from none other than Whole Foods. My parents went to Whole Foods and brought some sparkling water. That's what we're sucking on. Oh, man, it has been a long while since I've been on the mic here, since we've had our club meeting. You know, man, just things happen. People do stuff. Time goes by. So we're back. The pod's back. I'm back. At least doing one. And wouldn't you know, I recorded one of these. Fuck. I knew I was going to talk about this. I didn't want to talk about this because it's boring as shit. But every podcast, how many times have you heard, well, we actually already did this episode, but then there was a fucking problem with the technology, so now we're redoing it. Boring. Boring as fuck. But I recorded this podcast last week, and I went to go edit it, and I had recorded the whole thing on slow motion instead of regular video, so it was unusable. The fucking lights were flickering. It was a nightmare. Anyway, but just pretend I didn't say that. And this is my first time saying all this stuff, which it mostly is. And you're going to get a nice condensed, efficient version of the podcast. Because this is, it's just basically a recap of what's been going on with me and what I've been thinking about. And God, this was so long ago now. This was literally the month of September. It's now November. But first half of September, I went to Italy with my family. Rome, Tuscany, Florence, Lucca, many places in Italy. It was great. It was wonderful. It was spectacular. Man, I'm lucky that I got to go on a trip like that with my family while my parents and everybody is healthy and able to go do it. Man, if you want to feel good about yourself and your presence of mind, go on an overseas vacation with 8 neurotic Jewish people. I mean, wow, oh wow. Tensions were high. Dissatisfaction was way up. You would not believe the way that aging Jewish people cannot enjoy some of the greatest things that this world has to offer. I mean, eating gelato on the streets of Rome and being like, meh. Was it as good as the gelato we had last night? It doesn't fucking matter. Do you hear me? We got on an airplane. We fucking flew over the ocean all night. And now we're in Italy eating ice cream. And you're like, I don't know if it's that good. It's good. Everything here is good. The whole thing is good. Isn't it just, aren't we just grateful to be alive? What happened to that? Oh my God. These people, I don't know. Is the pizza that good? Yes! The pizza's fucking amazing. Have you had Domino's? It's not the same. Anyway, so I had a good time. It was awesome. Swam in the Mediterranean Sea, probably the highlight of the whole thing. Maybe we'll put up the clip of me jumping in so you can see my fucking rippled back. Probably not going to do that. Yeah, man. So Italy was awesome. Saw the Colosseum. Saw the Sistine Chapel. Another complaint. I might change the name of this podcast to Crotchety Young Man because that's how I'm fucking acting, dude. I'm crotchety as hell. But it's like I have respect for things, dude. I know I'm young. People my age don't respect institutions. I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's just being an American. Bro, in the Sistine Chapel, their rule is don't talk and no pictures or videos. 3 rules. Oh, and also don't have your fucking tits out. So, 4 rules. No pictures, no videos, no tits, no talking. Same rule for when I have sex. So everybody's fucking yelling in there like it's the school cafeteria or something. The vibe of the Sistine Chapel was microbrewery. That was what it felt. It felt like one of those patios with artificial grass where people are playing cornhole. There's kids running around. That was what people were treating the Sistine Chapel like. Is nothing sacred. Is nothing holy in this world. I mean, God. Literally one of the coolest things of all time. Da Vinci, Michelangelo, second try, one of the Ninja Turtles, dedicated his entire life to getting good at painting and then did an entire ceiling. And now there's a room that has captured some magical spiritual energy. And people are just in there like, when do we get to the gift shop? Bah. When do we get to the gift shop? That was the vibe, bro. And I know it's like a long, hard day of being with your family and being a tourist. Like, I don't know, bro. I just don't know why people have such a hard time appreciating shit like that. I'm better than everyone. Good way to be. It's crazy how, like, anyway, like I said, crotchety young man. But yeah, Italy, spectacular, beautiful, lucky to have been there. Next place I went in the month of September, Nashville, Tennessee. Spent 2 weeks out in Nashville, did a bunch of shows at Zany's, did a bunch of other shows, got to see some of my friends. If I try to name them all, I'll certainly leave somebody out. So just, good to see everybody out there. Yeah, great time. I'm not sure that there was much to report. Of course, it would have been easier to remember if I had recorded a podcast while I was there or right after I got back. But no, I like to let it simmer for a month or so. I just realized that when I put my feet up on the bed, it probably moved the camera. But, that's just something I'm going to have to live with in post. Yeah, Nashville was cool. Shout out to Justin Wagner for the hospitality. And, of course, Lee Kimbrell and Anna Mazza. Congratulations on the birth of your baby. Why did I start saying people's names? And everybody else that I saw there, too, who was great and nice to me. Good. We're just fucking churning this pod out. Way more efficient than the other one that I recorded. This is what I was kind of thinking about. The Diddy thing, man. Like, obviously that's not new, whatever, People, I know we want to lock up all the bad guys, but people act like now that Diddy is in jail, that group chat doesn't still exist. You know what I mean? Like, international pedophiles don't just stop because you ask them nicely. There's still a group chat with 1,000 billionaire pedophiles that are like, oh man, that sucks that our buddy Sean got locked up. Guess we got to meet up at Dave's house this week. You know what I mean? They're not stopping. They're not stopping the international fucking sex trafficking orgy drug party because one guy got pit. I mean, when your parents caught you drinking in high school, was that the last time you drank? No. These guys, it's not a Swiper the Fox situation. You guys seen Dora? And actually, that doesn't even work. They go up to Swiper and they go, hey, quit swiping. And they say it 3 times and then he runs away. But he never gives up. And that's the thing. Even though they can stop him from swiping what they need in the moment, he will keep trying. So yeah, sorry to do a bit at you guys, but that's what I was thinking about the Diddy thing. People are like, oh, if we just get Diddy and Epstein. New pedophiles are being born every day. I'm sorry to say it. And we'll have no way of knowing who is going to become a pedophile, as far as we can tell. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? They say if you're the kind of guy who rips apart yard animals. God, is that a phrase? Yard animals. You know what I mean? Toads, little black snakes, worms, whatever else you can find. You know what I mean? If you're the kind of guy who like dissects a cat and like puts all the organs in formaldehyde in your garage when you're 8, you're going to grow up to be a serial killer. They figured that out. But as far as they can tell, or as far as I know, I haven't read up on it, but I don't think they know how pedophiles become pedophiles. Other than getting molested by somebody else, we know that there's a pattern of abuse. But that's different. So anyway, just, something to think about. I'm not saying we shouldn't lock up Diddy. Of course, lock him up. We should be getting all his friends too. I mean, yeah, it's the worst thing anybody can do. I'm not saying the take is let it go. The take is not that, but the take is realize that you're not stopping the problem at the root. That's everything in life, man. I was talking on the phone with my friend the other day. All of the shit that we are going through in society, people act like that you can just band-aid all of these problems. Like, it's like everything, dude. If your teeth are yellow, don't get teeth whitening strips. Take better care of your teeth. This is what I got to. If you are trying to stop yourself from shitting, don't keep eating and put a cork in your butt. Stop eating. Now I know that's really, sort of a lot of wisdom to take in all at once, but that's just what's been on my mind, and I really wanted to say it. There was something else that I wanted to talk about on this podcast as well. Oh, I remember. Yeah, man, this one feels quick. This might be like a 10-minute thing. I don't know how long it's supposed to be. I always say this. I don't know what the pod is anymore, man. This is the other thing that I wanted to discuss with the people, and I guess I'm just gonna have to come to grips with the fact that I'm a guy who can't 100% discern how he is perceived by other people, and so when I say stuff, I get a little insecure, man. But I want to talk about this because it's like something I would talk about with my close friends because they would be able to hear it without judgment. But just know that when I'm talking about this, I'm not trying to sound like a guy who gets a ton of attention from girls or spends a lot of time like dating and hooking up, because it's not something I do. Thank you. But I do stand-up comedy. Hopefully you know that if you're watching this. And sometimes after shows, girls come up to you. I've said that before on the show. And they don't always come up to you like, "Hey, can I suck your dick?" Especially when you're me. Like, but you can tell if a girl is at least like testing the waters. And so this has happened to me after shows multiple times. Definitely twice. A woman who is married will like flirt with me in some way after a show, and then I'll find out she's married. And I guess a comedian is kind of a perfect person to cheat on your husband with. Also, I don't know what it's like to be in a loveless marriage. Maybe you just go out and you flirt with people and you never try to fuck them. I'm not saying these women had any intentions of hooking up with me, but there was a lady in Cincinnati who had a husband and sent me a message on Instagram, like very flirtatious, and I had to nip it in the bud. And then just a couple weekends ago, these two chicks came up to me after the show and they were being nice, kind of showing interest, because that's the other thing. Most people just say hi and leave, or nothing and leave. So if you're like lingering and like laughing and asking me questions, that kind of seems like you're into it. And so I'm talking to these girls for like 5-10 minutes. Again, I'm just really being nice. I haven't had sex in 10 months. Nobody thinks that I'm like desperately trying to have sex. And so I'm just chatting it up with these girls. And at some point during the conversation, they both reveal that they're married. One of them kids, one of them not. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, if I was your husband and I knew that you were out with your sister talking to a comedian like that, I'd be like, what the actual fuck? You just went to a show, you bought tickets to a show, and you went and you tried to fuck. Like it's insanity. And so, anyway, same thing with this girl from a few years ago in Cincinnati and these girls at the show. I looked at their Instagram because I kind of was interested. Whoops. And their husbands, both the girl from 2 weeks ago or whatever and the girl from several years ago, their husbands were visibly closeted gay guys. And again, that's me being judgmental. Like, is that 100% true? Of course not. You know, there are feminine guys that aren't gay and whatever. And maybe these guys weren't even feminine. I'm judging them off of their Instagram pictures. But if I look at your Instagram and I think you're visibly gay, that's not a great sign for you being straight. And not that it's bad to be gay. Like, I know it's difficult. That's why these guys do these beard marriages anyway. But if I look at your Instagram and I'm like, oh, your husband's gay, you know, I'm almost 30. I have a fairly good gaydar at this point in my life. And so, anyway, all that to say, I never pursued any of these women because I think adultery is wrong. And more so than that, fucking a guy's wife is one of the top 3 ways to get shot in the fucking head. You know, other 2 ways to get shot in the head, be somebody who's actually going to change the world in a positive way, like Martin Luther King or Bob Marley or whatever the fuck, all these people that got killed. Other top way to get shot in the head. Yeah, I don't even know. Cheating or being a person that cheats with someone, really good way to get shot. Oh, the other way would be going to the end of a shooting range and being like, what? And then getting shot in the head. So, anyway, I wouldn't do that because it's wrong. But when you add in the slight detail to the scenario of the girl's husband is a closeted gay guy, and the only reason they're doing the marriage is so that he can keep going to Thanksgiving until his parents die. Right? Like, that's not bad. Yeah, you're gay, but you get married. You have 2 incomes. You know, this girl is taken care of. Your whole, everybody wins in that. But there's no sex in that marriage. So if I come in and I fuck this guy's, if you fuck a guy's wife, you're a piece of shit. But if you fuck a gay guy's wife, you're a public servant. You're literally helping, everybody wins in that scenario. The gay guy doesn't want to fuck his wife. She doesn't want to fuck a gay guy. She can legally cheat on him with me. And then now I'm the hero. They're happy. He gets to keep going to Thanksgiving. She's happy. She can stay married to this guy. Maybe she takes me out to dinner with his money. I don't know. It could be good. Anyway, so I'm not going to do it, but I was just thinking about, you know what I mean? You become a public servant. You're like a mailman or a guy who mows the grass on the median thing on the highway. Like, and actually, it's way better than mowing the median on the highway. It would be like if you were mowing the median on the highway and getting ahead in the lawnmower, in the rider. Anyway, man, so I hope any of that was interesting or funny. I could look to my notes and see if there's like anything else that's been on my brain lately, but I feel like we just got to quit while we're ahead, get out with a win. I could possibly post that whole thing with 0 cuts except for when I hawked a gross loogie right into the microphone. I don't know. I never know. And if you watch this podcast on a regular basis, you know that I never know. But this is it. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get back and do them every week. There's no reason why that can't be done. So God bless. I love you all. I'm gonna chug this soda water, and then we'll adjourn the Club Soda Club meeting. I don't even know if I said the name of the podcast. Cheers. Failure. Oh my god, I couldn't do it. Oh, it really hurt. God, see the video of the kid hitting his head on the garage door after he chugs the soda water. It's the fucking best thing of all time. Oh, I gotta finish. It's so gross. It's like it's just me talking, and then all of a sudden it's a guy with like his eyes watering, trying not to throw up. Oh, it feels good though, so I'm gonna keep doing it.